part of our double header here tonight on Pegcity Soundoff. Thank you to our host and founder, Joel, for talking with the Cosmic Cat guys. Thank you to the Cosmic Cat guys for coming on. Very excited for the music festival they have coming up August 7th and 8th. But right now we have a returning guest here, not only returning to Pegcity Soundoff, returning as well to Winnipeg on July 30th. Going to be playing at Public Domain. And here they are, the Fixer. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. How about yourself?
Doing great. Doing great. Really happy to have you guys back on. So thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We're very excited to be back.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to get you to do a quick introduction of yourselves in just a moment here. But before I do, want to mention our sponsors as well. So we got our yearly sponsors. One is CDL Architecture. Check them out if you're interested in getting into the trades. If you're interested in setting up a big project or even just getting estimates, anything like that. These are the guys to talk to. Chase down at CDL has been a big help for the podcast, and we want to thank him for being a yearly sponsor. You can see up in the corner of the screen as well, or the other corner, sorry, Trav Media. We want to give a shout out to Trav as well. Always a big help to the podcast and just local music in general. And then behind me here, you can see the Musician and Friends logo. If I can get the QR code up there, it's giving me a hard time. But either way, visit Sid Bloom, visit Musician and Friends on Facebook. They are fantastic supporter of anything local music. So always good to check them out, especially if you don't know what to do for a weekend or a Thursday or whatever it is. There's always something on Musicians and Friends. So as I said, we're here with the Fixer. Do you mind giving just a quick introduction to the band for people who haven't seen the Fixer previously?
Sure. Well, we are kind of we, not to sound pretentious, we do quite often get told that we are a little bit different than it's not easy to compare to one single
We don't
group.
sound like anybody else. We're so special and different.
We draw comparisons to Evanescence, but we are heavier than Evanescence while also being kind of dancier and have a bit of a goth industrial lean, a little heavier than Evanescence. Maybe for
awesome,
fans of say like In This Moment, there's some throwbacks to new metal, but it also still feels somewhat new while hearing the influence from the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, absolutely. You hear lots of influences in your music. I think last time I was talking to you, you said that you had started out doing some Rob Zombie covers and stuff like that as well. So some of that in there, definitely the presentation, like you said, of In This Moment. So yeah, absolutely unique. Not a genre, I think, is what you're saying. Or kind of trying to say earlier. It's a unique experience for sure.
I feel like it's hard specifically with only having our one full length out because we were still playing around with a few different sounds at that time. I feel like we settled into something a little bit more consistent, but we all listen to so many different types of music that metal is what binds us, but there's influences coming from all different corners.
Absolutely. And you guys are going to touring again. You're back on tour, I should say. Starting out in Winnipeg, you've got, I think, at least 15 shows between July 30th and August 30th. Really happy to see starting the tour in Winnipeg this Thursday. Can you talk about some of the bands that you're going to be playing with?
We are going to be playing with the Castangs in Winnipeg, and we are actually also playing with them in Hamilton.
Nice. That's awesome.
Very excited to be connecting with them out of our region. We were very lucky to play with them last summer. Last summer in northwestern Ontario, we did a little mini run with the Castangs and the Soundoff, another Winnipeg band that
fantastic band.
And then joining us on our Winnipeg show is a diethylamide. I've been told. Well,
I was gonna ask you who was playing because I didn't know if I'd be able to pronounce that or not. So
them and also Black Optic.
I put that on you. Black Optic as well, absolutely.
And then in Brandon, we'll be playing with Neon Madmen,
Yep.
have just been added to the show at the 40 in Brandon. Very excited to be going back to the 40. The 40 was we've been playing there since the very first time we made a weekend trip out of Thunder Bay. So always it feels like we're going home on when we go to play the 40. And then in Kenora, we're actually going to be playing with another Winnipeg band called Seventh String.
Absolutely. That's August 1st, I think. Yes,
August 1st. Yeah, I know lots of people like to head out from Winnipeg to Kenora for the long weekend. So if anybody's heading out camping, you can catch us twice on that run. You can come enjoy a nice Thursday show in your hometown and come party with us over at Shooters in Kenora
on a Saturday night.
Absolutely, and I know one of our other Pegcity Soundoff teammates is very excited to see you guys in Brandon as well.
Awesome.
As you can see on the screen there. Got the comments coming through.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be wicked. The 40 is a wicked venue, so.
It's funny, Mel's not wearing her contacts, so she has a hard time seeing. I'm wearing my contacts, so I have a hard time seeing.
We're a team today.
Yeah, it's kind of a different setup there, for sure. That's awesome. Well, last time that we... go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna highlight that we could just chat your ear off about all of the bands that we'll be playing with on this run past this stretch this weekend in our area. Then when we head down to Southern Ontario and Quebec, we're very excited to be joining up with a band called Change My Brain with Cakes for
nice.
Quebec shows. I feel like if anybody has seen The Fixer and enjoys The Fixer, you should probably check out Change My Brain with Cakes. And then we're playing a festival in Toronto, Suspense Fest. Very excited to be getting to play on a big show like that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great environment, I imagine.
And just lots of fun stuff, lots of good bands. We'll be connecting with House of Haunt. We played with them last year when we played in Toronto. They're going to be playing with us in Hamilton. What other fantastic bands are we playing along with? There's Chained by Illness we're playing with in Trois Rivières. That's a fantastic metal band to check out. Just list kind of goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gotta be one of the best parts of touring, right? Is obviously branching out, networking with everybody, and just meeting some great bands that complement you well.
I used to do campus and community radio station for a number of years, and honestly, that is one of the things about touring that I just love. You get to see all of these bands from different regions that haven't necessarily toured, and there is so much good music in Canada. It really does take me back at how good everyone is in all regions across the entire country.
Yeah, you've got some great bands you're playing with. I mean, Castains are very well known out here. Obviously, Seven String as well. Soundoff have been just touring for the last, I don't know how long now, over a month, I'm pretty sure. They've been going hard. So
yeah, I keep seeing their updates.
Great to see those lineups.
It's awesome to see those folks getting out. We've been very impressed with what the Soundoff do. We could the highest of praise for the Soundoff and what they do. We were actually very lucky to play a couple of shows with them on our tour in the spring in Regina and Lethbridge. Just fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic live shows, sound great. The songs are all extremely well written. Just great band. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm really happy to see them. I've said it more than once, but very proud to have them representing Winnipeg right now across Canada for sure. Awesome. So last time we were talking, I think Ugly Knots was pretty much a brand new single at that time that had just come out. I believe so. I think we had talked in October last, if I'm not mistaken, before you played Winnipeg with the Soundoff. So kind of comes full circle there. But that's just a great song. Obviously, kind of a techno intro, and then some really heavy riffs, some great drums, great vocals as always. I did want to ask as well about if you have any new songs coming up on this tour. I remember you saying a lot of what you had on the Prowl EP and even some of the album, the full-length album, was just songs that you had written for a long time. Obviously, some of them will change here and there, or you'll make changes. But I was wondering where the new songs are coming along, or work you've been putting into that now.
So we were hoping that we would have been working on and completed recording a new album this year. But man, life is just a roller coaster. Just a roller coaster.
It's almost, it's almost like we need to make money.
Yeah. But we did what we did do when we got home is we finished up writing the last few songs that will be. So we have the full collection of songs that are ready for a new album. So we have a few new songs in the set list for this time. Nice. And there was a specific song that you asked about last time that might make an appearance.
Oh, there we go. I think I know what that'll be. Awesome.
So it's, but we have, I think 3 new songs in the set since we played Winnipeg last. Maybe, yeah, I think 3 new songs.
Sounds like it'll be kind of the whole catalog then. You have some of the Prowl EP, obviously, it sounds like, and some new stuff, some in between. That's awesome.
Yep.
Wicked. And then, like I said, I mentioned Ugly Knots. I wanted to ask you about the live music video that kind of is a companion to that song. It's a fantastic video. I think that was the right way to do it, doing like a live video with it. How did that come about? Or just kind of talk about that a bit. Sorry.
For a lot of that was actually something we were very lucky to have. The audio is from a show we played on the Ugly Knots tour in Le Sarre, Quebec. And shout out to Michael for doing the audio capture on that and did sound for the event, and he was very, very kind to us.
Yeah, the whole band, Legion of Decadence, that we played with, were just so nice and welcoming to us. And Michael offered to record our show, like camera, and then also a board recording, which was just what a great opportunity for us. So we have the board recording for that, and then we just kind of filmed other shows throughout the tours and edited it all together.
We always know, just because we played a Click Tracks live, that we'll always have video can sync up. So it's kind of like, it's a nice little perk of having those clicks. So we wanted something that we did the Tongues Bleeding music video a couple of years ago that had live clips, but we wanted something that kind of had the full live feel done a little bit prettier than just one static angle.
Yeah.
So we were lucky enough to get a couple of angles shot from a couple of different cities over the last couple of tours. And we just decided we were gonna do that, and it's nice to have some sort of fresh media before you go out on tour. And we always wanted something a little bit more than just releasing that song as audio, just because Ugly Knots is we love playing it live, and it does have the song is meaningful to us.
Yeah, for sure. And how else do you capture that energy, right? I mean, it's a fantastic video. Everyone's really into it there. So yeah, you guys did a great job at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have more coming like that in the future. I feel like The Fixer is kind of a band that is almost best experienced live. So you need to come see us live.
Yeah.
Exactly. Public domain, July 30th. It's going to be a fantastic show.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, seeing us live is the only way to experience any of our new, shall I say, poppier stuff.
Poppier, it's still heavy, but
heavy.
But we have
finally worked some of those Britney Spears lyrics in.
I mean, I feel like lyrics is kind of where we stray the most. I guess like we like just catchy melodies. but it's not necessarily as bubblegum as you would think. Like, as much as, like, you know, I do like my chaperone, you're not going to get a hot to go from the Fixer. Smoke Show's probably the closest you'll get to
that, probably so,
something like that, but it's kind of like a melancholy pop, but we've really leaned into the EDM influences a little harder than the previous things that are released.
Nice. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. It's going to be great. So I do have some questions as well coming from some people that you've met in Winnipeg, that you've played with in Winnipeg, shared the bill with, I should say. We got Kaylin from 7th String. Did want to ask you, what are some of the challenging aspects of being a touring band at the moment in 2026?
Oh man, honestly, the gas prices. The last tour was like right when the switch went, and that really
we didn't budget knowing that the gas prices would change so drastically right before we left.
Yeah, hard to do that. Yeah.
So that's kind of the biggest thing that like, you always try and have yourself buffered for more than what you are expecting. Just because there's always curveballs, but there is also an element of I feel like mindset is a big part of it, because like, you do all of this planning to go and do it, but then once you're in motion, you just kind of got to go. You just kind of got to settle in, and you know, there will be challenges throughout, but honestly, the people that you meet around live music are some of the best people you'll meet in your years. So it's as much as there's those challenges, you just try and stay optimistic and make sure you're planned a little further than what you were expecting.
We've also been like so lucky with who we've been able to tour with as bandmates. I mean, unfortunately, one of the hardest things about touring is everyone in the band being able to go, right?
All at the same time. That's for sure.
One of the biggest challenges of being a band in general is just scheduling,
coordinating everything. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we've persisted, even though some of our previous band members have had to stop touring, but now we have we just keep getting great lineups. We just have such good band members.
We're very excited with the lineup that we're currently in. We've as musicians, as people, it's you sometimes like, I'm sure anyone that's spent any significant amount of time in a band, is you just kind of know you have to have a dynamic amongst your band members, because if you don't have that, it's hard to just keep progressing forward.
And also having the same goals in mind. I mean, I sometimes take myself a little bit too seriously, but like, we're a very serious band. Like, we play our show, we sleep, we go to the next show, and like, sometimes it's a little bit unfortunate, because I wish I could sightsee and I wish I could go shopping, and I'm from Thunder Bay. We don't have all the stores here, so I get to go to places Winnipeg is so exciting. There's more stores.
You're like, I'm traveling, but then you're busy the whole time.
Like, I can't go to Hot Topic. Like, and but
there's I feel like that tends to be it's with having the, you know, getting into stage dress. The lights take a little bit of extra time. Like, there's a couple of things that we've added to our mix that does make the scheduling trickier, because especially with the drives. Like,
Canada is really spread apart. Everything's so far away from each other.
So it's people that think touring bands are just a big party. That's not really the way it is.
Like, we have a great time. It's certainly not a party.
For sure. It's just a much shorter amount of time than the actual travel. It's almost like when what they say about being on a football field. The players are just kind of standing there the majority of the game. They play for about seven seconds at a time every time it's snapped. But Yeah, you can't party the whole time and actually expect to get to the next town, I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah, and again, it's mindset. I'm sure there are bands that go on tour and party and do that, but that's not how we roll. And
we've seen a couple of them that they do have the old school party train, but it for us with the amount that we put into the show, it does like
absolutely.
The scheduling is one of the bigger challenges that I think that a lot of people may not see. There's just things that take extra time,
and having the right mind frame going in really helps.
Yep.
People do notice it, though. I'll say that right now. Anybody I talk to about talk about the Fixer with always brings up the presentation, always brings up the showmanship of it. Also, it's definitely not unnoticed for sure.
Thank you.
It's really nice to hear.
And I think that you covered Kaylin's second question. The second question was advice that you would give to bands that are touring. I don't know if you have any other advice, but you covered a lot of it there, I think.
I mean, that I pretty much, I guess the other thing to the just summing up that last topic is like, off days are important, but there's also like that is the challenge for being a young band going into a lot of cities that only want you on the weekend. On the weekend.
Everybody only wants you on the weekend.
It starts getting like it is,
or really not even Sunday, just literally Friday and Saturday, right?
Yeah, like I can't tour on only Fridays and Saturdays. Like
who can? Yeah.
So for us, it was good doing like it's unfortunate because east of us, there's not a ton of places that you can go play. There's a couple now, but when we first started, we only knew of a couple of places to the west of us where we could do like a weekend run of shows. So getting used to your home regions and doing the weekenders is a great way to start, because then when you start touring, it might be easier to have, say a weekday show in one of those towns and still have people come to see you. I mean, it's tough to give advice on it because I feel like every band kind of has a different way that you have to work with touring right now.
Well, you kind of said it earlier, adaptability, right? And you're kind of saying it right now. That's one of the biggest things, is be ready for anything. Adaptability. She mentioned earlier communication, because if you're all adapting in different ways with different ideas, that's not going to help either, or that's going to waste a lot of time too. So that sounds like one of the biggest things.
Yeah, just having the right mind frame coming in, and also like every single region in Canada just treats everything so differently.
Sure.
So like,
I can imagine.
Like you have like a mindset of like how you think a show's gonna run, and then you'll go somewhere and they're like, oh, actually we do it completely differently here, and you're like, oh, okay,
yeah,
okay, we'll do that then.
It is like it is the open mind when you come into places, and it's just, but like as you do it, if you keep doing it, it's just like be attentive when you're in situations. Try and have your head around like how your show works, your performance works, your gear works to the best of your ability.
Oh my god, that's the biggest one. Understand your gear. Because if you don't understand your gear,
that's great advice for sure.
If it's confusing for you, it's confusing for the sound guy. Like sound guys love people who already know what they're doing.
You don't want to find that out in a different province, a different show, and you got the schedule to deal with. Yeah.
I mean, even if you have your stuff figured out, like things will go wrong on tour.
You got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
How is the scene right now in Thunder Bay for the music scene? I don't know too many bands at the Thunder Bay. I think the Honest Heart Collective is one that I know.
Sorry?
Yeah. I was going to say, I think the Honest, if I'm not getting it wrong, I think the Honest Heart Collective is out of Thunder Bay, if I'm not mistaken. That's one I really know and enjoy. But yeah, I don't know too many bands at the moment out of Thunder Bay. It's always you guys and them, to be honest, when it comes up.
Fair enough.
We played a show about a month ago that was a really cool show. We played with a couple of artists that weren't not bands. Examarin, that's more of a like modern rap club sort of music, and Pink Ivy. A lot of people have really liked. I know outside of Thunder Bay seems to be one of the ones that has come up when I've reached out for like interviews and stuff to do with music. Pink Ivy is kind of like I guess you would call it sad girl pop, like almost like emo pop. It's pretty cool stuff. But the Thunder Bay has always been an incredible place for live bands or just bands, music in general. For the size of city, we've always had an abundance of people doing fantastic music, regardless of the genre.
Yeah, every genre. There's a thing in the parks, and they'll be playing polka, like folk. There's plenty of country.
Classic rock,
tons of classic rock. Yeah.
But a little bit of everything. That's good to hear.
The punk and metal scene is definitely alive.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we had Technosis with us the last time we went.
Yeah, I remember they were awesome.
There was they haven't done much in a while, but we've had a band called Railgun from here that's done great, and Mel actually acted in one of their music videos.
It was super cool. Fun. Demon. I spent like an hour in makeup.
Which one was it?
Night Terrors.
Night Terrors? Okay, I gotta check it out.
Yeah. Sorry, it was a long time ago.
Okay. No, that's okay. There's a lot going on. We just said that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. Wicked. Well, I want to thank Kaylin again for sending in a couple of questions. That's Kaylin from 7-string vocals, guitarist, engineer, mixer. He does a lot of great things.
We're excited to see him in a couple of under a week.
Oh my goodness!
It's just about here, August 1st in Kenora. So check that out. That's going to be a fantastic lineup for sure. Wicked. I do have some more questions as well from some of your friends. We got some questions from the Soundoff. So this is from Seamus, who is the bass player for the Soundoff. He wanted to ask about, I guess, just the the level of production for the band presentation. Is that something that you had from the beginning, the start of the band, or is that something that kind of evolved as you went forward?
I think you've always really loved lights and like sound and lights. So did we have big lights for our first show?
We have had it. It's evolved for sure, but we've always had an element.
Bigger.
We had an element of it from the start. That's kind of like I've always liked AV stuff. I worked in AV for a long time, working at the radio station, being around audio stuff. You know, the with the amount of electronics we have in the music, kind of having the knowledge there transferred over to how to do the lighting the way we do our lighting.
That's a great advantage for sure.
When one of my earlier bands in my like in my late teens, early 20s was a theatrical shock rock band. So there's always been that interest in it, and Mel comes from a theater background.
I don't really come from music; I come from theater. So that certainly has influenced our show from the very beginning. I've always. I mean, from the very beginning, I had big sleeves, I think. From the very beginning, I've tried to be fairly theatrical. My makeup's gotten way better. I tried to do this at the time, but I've gotten better.
And with the band starting doing Rob Zombie and Rammstein tributes, those shows, we did mimic like the actual full shows of Rob Zombie and Rammstein.
I must clarify that was before me.
It was before Mel.
It was before I joined.
But that was we when we started doing original music, we wanted to have some of the theatrical elements carried over into whatever it was that we ended up doing. And I think the key thing was wanting that theatrical component with having more heartfelt music kind of worked into like being the two things we wanted to marry, just because we hadn't seen as much of that. A lot of those two things we found to be separate. Not that it doesn't exist, but
no, for sure. But when you still have like a message or a theme to the song, or maybe even the entire album, right? Is I think what you're saying.
Yeah,
as well as being heavy.
Yeah, and speaking more like thinking about, like, you know, those classic rock hits that were, you know, songs from the heart, rather than like, I find like a lot of history, it tends to be topical with a lot of bands that would be compared look wise to us. There's like, there's just we wanted to kind of like change that combo just a touch.
I also just have a little bit of theatrical in me. I remember, I will never forget the comment that was made when I was in like a high school singing competition, and I did a song, and the judge said, "You're too emotional. You're making the audience." I'm like, well, I guess I'll just keep doing that forever.
Yeah, that's called getting a reaction, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I was like, well, that's just me, I guess. I've never been able to shake it.
Gave you good advice on accident there. That's awesome. Wicked. Well, I want to thank Seamus from the Soundoff for that question, and I got another one as well from the Soundoff from their vocalist Chelsea. Chelsea wanted to ask Vic about doing your hair. Wanted to ask just how long it takes. Is that something you're doing in every day? Yeah. But yeah, she was just going to ask if that's something that you do in everyday life. Is it something? How long it takes? Just what goes into that for sure.
That is a Mel thing. Mel helps me do my hair in everyday life. I quite often wear not this hat, but a baseball hat.
Okay.
How long?
It doesn't look good not done up.
It's
fair. Well, they gotta pay to see the hair. That's the thing. You gotta get a ticket to see the hair. That's how that is.
It's a bit of a process. It always takes longer than half an hour.
Okay.
It does. By the time you dry it and straighten
and
glue it, like it's a process.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
It would be if we had more time in our lives. We would. I think you would like to do it more often in your daily life. But
daily life just doesn't allow for it. It's more of the time thing than
no, it makes sense,
than anything else. If I'm going out for an evening on the weekend, I'll do it sometimes.
Yeah,
sure. I'm sure if you're going to a show, especially, or something like that. But yeah, Chelsea said it was awesome. She loves it, so she wanted to give you a shout out there, or both of you, obviously, for putting the work in there.
We love hearing from our friends in the Soundoff.
Yes.
Absolutely, though. They're fantastic, and thank you for the questions, guys. Really appreciate it. And we kind of touched on.
So.
Oh, always. Absolutely agree. They all got a good look going. The Soundoff is fantastic for sure. We kind of touched on it already, but I was going to ask as well, kind of going off of what Seamus had asked, how the musical theater aspect of your background kind of changed maybe not the production, but just kind of how things evolved once you added that in as well. Because obviously they were already doing a lot of that beforehand, but I was wondering once Mel had come in, how that kind of changed things, or maybe evolved is the right word instead of changed.
Yeah, I don't know, because I just showed up and did it. How did it change?
That's fair. I guess that's a question for Vic. Yeah.
I haven't really thought about that element, because it did change, but it also, we hadn't fully sketched out what exactly it was theatrical that we were wanting to do. We just knew it wanted to be something that way, but but we knew that when we had initially started doing the original music, the singer from that project was actually the second guitarist that was singing for the Rammstein and Rob Zombie covers. But the idea was that we were going to have the dueling vocals be him and whoever we brought in. And Mel was kind of fit what we were looking for and already doing. So like it just kind of naturally fit. But I guess like I mean, as I feel like the music and some of the content in the lyrics is what's changed more, and the look we've just kind of evolved as we've had like creative ideas, and Mel's performance on stage is a lot more pretty than compared to rugged. like it was when we were doing the like body movements, those sort of the sort of things in your presentation. It was just different that way from being like you know, the something like Rob Zombie and Rammstein that have that have a very like specific sort of presence when you perform, and we really tried to embody that. So we started, I'd say, like, if it kind of softened, not in a bad way, doing heavy music, but gave it a little bit of a softer touch, and naturally a more feminine touch.
Because a feminine arrived.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, it's a great contrast, though. It comes together to make something amazing, for sure.
I mean, when I first joined the band, I was told to write, because I was like, they had some music and it was like write lyrics and melody over it. I was like, okay, sweet, that's great. Like, what are about what? And I was
what does this song mean?
I was told to write about partying, and I wasn't very good at it.
We started with we were like, yeah, it'll be like we can do the sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, thing for content. And then so we had started there, but that didn't stick around for too long. The Prowl EP,
I'm not a sex, drugs and rock and roll kind of girl. I faked it for a minute.
It's not that it isn't in there amongst some of the music that we have, but it's only a very small like piece of it, rather than being like the main thing that the like the Prowl EP was. Yeah,
that's a good example. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, the questions keep coming here. I do have another friend, Ruth Morris, who I reached out to get some questions as well. Shout out to Ruth. Always fantastic. Yeah, I got to see her at Summerfest recently when we put on our Pegcity Soundoff Summerfest event. 2-day event, went really well, and Ruth was able to make it to both shows, so that was fantastic. But I did want to get her questions in as well. She asked, how has your music changed in the last few years, especially maybe these new songs that you're working on, considering a lot of the other ones were written previously or a long time back?
I think the softening has been like one of the bigger things. When we did the Prowl EP, that was more centered around the classic sex, drugs, rock and roll, while we were getting our footing as a band. And then Your Lie was kind of a change, where it was more of a lot of it was kind of looking at the darker things in your life and making sense of it to try and find something like a positive way out of it and move forward. It was kind of like the general theme. And I think I
think Your Lie might have been the first thing that I wrote, like, when I was writing the lyrics. I didn't have anything in mind. I just kind of was like listening to the music in my car and like just kind of making sounds. And then
getting the vibe for it.
The words came, like, the words didn't matter. I was just making sounds for the melody, and then the words came out, and then it was like, oh, okay, like I'll write different words here, and then it was like, no, these are the words.
It started like when you started thinking about the dying inside your lie, and how it actually just happened to really sum up kind of the general theme, because I always go back to that one, where it's Your Lie is almost the main overarching concept for it was the things that we tell ourselves to make us feel like life is better around us than it is, whether that substances or superficial things, just anything like that.
So being kind of in denial one way or another.
So it kind of it kind of summed it up nicely, that line.
I'm falling down deeper to die inside your lie. The first line I wrote.
But then
it's one of my favorite songs. I love that one.
We've covered a lot more. We cover love a lot more, like in a very general sense, not just romantic, but love has been kind of one of the main main things that we've made an effort to focus on, just because
Sorry.
we're caring people. We do really we believe music can save the world, so put that love into your music.
And just things being generally heartfelt.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the strongest emotions for sure. So that's gonna bleed through in the music, right?
Yep.
Awesome. And I think you just answered or one of her other questions. She was gonna ask what also inspires some of your new music that you're creating. But that sounds like a big part of it right there.
Yeah, it
has been a big part of it. It's just a lot of it's been kind of looking at the world around us, and it's hard to not acknowledge that it feels like crazy times sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
And rather than taking any sort of like putting anyone down or anything like that, let's focus on coming out of the dark and into something positive. Focus on the positive rather than trying to fight fire with fire.
And also just the experience of touring and being welcomed into so many different spaces and
yeah, for sure.
That's definitely inspired one of our new songs.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
It did.
It really did.
Because it really is for us doing what we do in a place like Thunder Bay. We love our hometown and the people from Thunder Bay, but being able to go out and do what we do, and the acceptance and the people that we've met, it's uncomparable when you're from a very isolated town that isn't. It's not small, but it's not the biggest place either. But there's nothing really else around us. So it's
that's what it is. You got to go far, obviously, to get to somewhere else, regardless of what you have there, right?
I mean, Winnipeg's the closest thing that's any bigger than us, and it's 8 hours away.
Yeah. So a lot of that's those things have really shaped what we how we've approached writing in the lyrical sense. In the musical sense, I feel like there's a little less dissonance and more focus on melody. Has probably been the biggest change there. But
because during the Prowl EP, like your whole thing was like, how can I make the ugliest sounds that don't sound good together sound good?
So there was 2 songs specifically like that. Was wanting to use very dissonant sounding textures, but doing
get a rough sound.
But doing stuff that sounded like had poppy, like catchy or bouncy elements to it. So like that's where Murder Cat and Get Greasy came from.
Man, Murder Cat was so hard to write a melody over because nothing sounded good. I think I only sing like 2 notes in that song.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's because it was like trying that first like trying to like have those contrasting elements.
That was her test when she joined the band. See what you can do with this.
Well, I mean, we feel pretty proud about that with Ugly Notes.
I love that song.
Well, it does use some like a pretty gross chromatic schedule. Mel's still doing like pretty melodic vocals over top, and those are kind of we find those to be special things when we come across sounds sonically that work that way.
Yeah, and it definitely does work. It's fantastic. So looking forward to, like I said earlier, looking forward to hearing some of your new music, new songs. And you're going to be meeting a lot of people, new bands. We did mention a lot of them earlier. And that was another question that Ruth Forrest wanted to bring up. Just some of the local bands that you've been listening to, whether it's local in your area or local to us here in Winnipeg. Are there any other Winnipeg bands that have come up, or any new ones?
I very much enjoyed Seventh String. Give them the shout out. The new track that they had put out was
the new album's amazing.
Super well done. The Soundoff are same thing, where it's just like those are bands that we can't really like I would be trying very hard to find anything bad to say, and I would probably just be lying.
But one of the bands that stood out to me from our last tour, because we were like just trying to listen to bands as we drove, was Super Kawaii.
Sure.
Had so much fun with Super Kawaii.
Super Kawaii was a very fun band to play with.
That's cool.
I've been listening to a lot with coming up, a lot of Change My Brain with Cakes. We're playing with a band called The Android Meme that just released a new song, and The Android Meme is fantastic.
I have them
cool.
on my
Check them out.
There was a band that we didn't play with them, but one of the members did sound when we were in Victoria, and the band's called Mutual Trauma, and they put out a fantastic song not too long ago. And then we always got to give a shout out to our friends in Phantom High.
Yes,
they got on North by Northeast this year down in Toronto, and very happy because I've been rooting for them for a few years now. Great band, and amazing people too.
Oh, that's great to hear. And another person we'll be playing with, Marge, is giving you guys a shout out here as well from very excited for that. I'm happy to see you guys playing with them. Sorry, go ahead. Apologize.
Oh yeah, the Castangs. We were super happy to be, like I was saying earlier, be able to do something with them out of the region up here down in southern Ontario, and one of the best live bands in the country. I can't pick another two-piece I would choose to go see over the Castangs for sure.
It was really fun.
Sure, and they keep getting better somehow. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, but they keep getting better somehow too.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I was at Black Pirates Pub, and there was like these three guys hanging out and playing pool, and one was in a Castangs shirt and the other one was in the Fixer shirt. And I was like, oh my god.
So you should come to Winnipeg. You too.
Yeah, exactly. They could have been the next album cover. You can do like a dual album there. Wicked. That's awesome. Well, I want to thank everybody who sent in questions. Seamus from the Soundoff, Chelsea, Kaylin from 7 String, Ruth Morris, always a part of the Pegcity Soundoff family. Really appreciate that, everybody. I did have another question as well, though. I cannot let you guys go without talking about merch. I always shout you guys out for your amazing merch display. Whenever I'm talking about bands that are not from Winnipeg, because we've got some great bands with some amazing merch as well. We keep mentioning the Soundoff, but they have a really nice display that they've got set up, that they did set up right before they started touring. But yeah, got to shout you guys out as well. You have an amazing merch display. I always say the Lazies, who are out of Australia, also the Blue Stones, who are out of Ontario. I can't remember exactly where, and then you guys are probably the three bands outside of Winnipeg who have the best collection of merch for sure.
Wow, that's
amazing.
That's pretty crazy company to group us with. Thank you.
We're
really proud of the merch. We've been very fortunate to work with some amazing artists. Most of the artists are from Thunder Bay. We have worked with some that are from outside of Thunder Bay. We'll shout out Marcelo Omegna, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. Violet Attila and Vicky Narino. Three.
Becca.
And we have some of our older designs was done by Becca, and her last name's escaping me right now. But former singer of Linksy, pop punk band that was from Thunder Bay.
Okay.
But those four from Thunder Bay are fantastic visual artists that we were so happy to be able to have merch from.
And then we also we now carry lighters thanks to Frank Creations in Lethbridge.
Yep.
And I've been making necklaces for us.
So that's awesome. I always love to see that.
The more stuff, always more stuff.
Yeah, we've diversified from our from just t-shirts and the standard stickers, patches. We keep hearing, I don't know what, we didn't do any. We have one new t-shirt design from the last, or is it more than one, or do we just have one? No, we have two.
We would have the Ghost Will Talk and the Spruce Bug.
Yeah, we cool. So we
thought it'd be a great idea to highlight one of the worst parts of Northern Ontario.
So my thought was, well, what is the one thing that people hate about the Thunder Bay area the most? And normally that's spruce bugs. So one of our new t-shirt designs has a treat of one of the most detested insects in northwestern Ontario. But we'll have two new t-shirt designs, and we don't know if we would like to maybe next year, maybe the next time we tour, we'll have hoodies. Maybe?
I don't think we'll be okay. The problem with hoodies, is that they take up too much space.
That's fair. They do take up a lot of room. Fold them or not. Yeah.
I tour with 3 bins of merch because we have so many designs, and because we want to offer so many different sizes. Like we make sure to get every t-shirt, every design from small to 3XL, and then also in the ladies small to 2XL. So and
there's a lot of designs, definitely.
I just want to make sure that everyone can get a shirt that they feel comfortable in, that they like.
Yeah.
Because I've been at various points in my life, I've been like, no, I need a woman small. I'm not a woman small anymore. But at the time, it was like, I want a band shirt that I can feel comfortable in. And it's just so important to me that we can provide that to people. The problem with hoodies is that I would need another 2 bins of merch just for hoodies. I don't have space.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't expect us to travel in what we do with bringing the full light show and the full back line.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a crazy game of Tetris that we are so fortunate to have our other 2 members deal with.
Yeah.
Null and Bazuzu have the truck Tetris down. I don't know what we would do if it wasn't having 2 people that were that good at figuring out the back of the truck with all we bring, because we literally use every inch of space in the back of the truck.
It is so jam-packed. We don't have to worry about anything falling because there's no space for that.
No, I can only imagine telling somebody who goes to your show, if they see all your merch, everything on stage, just telling them we only have 1 vehicle that we're getting that all in is pretty amazing.
We travel in 1 vehicle, all 4 of us, and all of our stuff. And that is the best way to try to cut down on gas prices.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Absolutely. What went into having more than one artist creating the shirts? I didn't realize that. And now that you say that, it makes a lot of sense because they are all very, very unique, definitely. And kind of like you were saying earlier, there's something for everybody in your merch display. You definitely will find something that you like because they're all very different designs.
And that's exactly why. You absolutely pointed it out perfectly. We have different artists because we want to have... Because we know that we are kind of mixing genres, and different people who like different things and have different styles might come to our show. So we did want to provide a stereotypical black and white design for the people that only wear black and white, and a design that's going to be a little bit more feminine, and a design that's going to be a little bit more metal, and a design we just wanted. And different artists have different specialties and do things that work better. So
it's always really fun. It's fun to send sometimes we have concepts that we send to people, but it's nice to send our music and see an artist that we've seen their work and really like what they're doing, and just see what comes back from them. And having something a different eye for it. It's I feel like the logo's enough consistency, just to, if people are thinking about brand, but at some point you think about consistency and you want a brand, but you also don't want to give up the art of what you do, the art side.
For sure.
And we kind of have kept it that way from the start, so we've never really boxed ourselves into that doesn't look like the Fixer t-shirt.
No, it's amazing. It shows. Like I said, there's some really unique designs. It's a fantastic merch display. The time that I got to see you guys in October, last October. was wicked. And I think what we've been saying here is with all the work you guys put in all the time, merch, presentation, music, everything, get down there July 30th. It's an amazing value for $15. I think it's $15 at the door. Show starts at 8 o'clock. 4 bands, 4 fantastic bands down at Public Domain this Thursday. It's going to be a fantastic show.
We're super excited to be coming back to Winnipeg and Manitoba. I always keep saying we got to figure out a way for Thunder Bay to join Manitoba.
Yeah, there you go. We got to merge them somehow, that 8-hour distance between them. And obviously,
we did want to make mention, if you wanted to get tickets in advance for the show, the tickets are a little bit cheaper, and you can get them.
Oh, there you go.
So $10, I think, on show pass, and then $15 at the door. Probably.
All right, so don't wait. Go get them on get them on show pass. That's awesome. Yeah, $15 at the door, I know for sure. So that sounds right. $10 on show pass. It's a great value. There's going to be some great bands there. Public Domain's a fantastic venue. Really looking forward to it. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. Can't wait to see you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I'm looking forward to it. We should shout out one more time as well the Brandon show that you'll be doing the next day, July 31st. So KR is going to get on me if I don't mention that. Really excited to see that you guys will be back in Brandon as well.
Yeah, we love going back to Brandon.
One of the first touring spots we did was at the 40, and we've just always wanted to go back ever since.
Yeah, Brandon is one of those towns where you go to some places and you can tell that they have a ruckus good time. Brandon
For
always has a really good time out in
I agree.
It's always a party,
for sure.
Brandon.
Ryan Sorensen from Winnipeg here giving you guys a shout out as well. He'll be at the show, I'm sure, on Thursday.
Amazing. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Well, come get a photo with them. Come say hi. Definitely check out the merch table. And yeah, like I said, thanks for taking the time to come back on the show. We will definitely have you back again in the future when you're touring, or just even if you're releasing anything, whatever it is. We're glad to have you back here in Winnipeg.
Thank you very much. We will take you up on it. When we have a new album out, we'll be in touch for sure.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Well, thank you everybody for watching as well. Have yourselves a great weekend.